Exclusive.
You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
So now that you know who you're going to be, just pay attention to the little X the X that is the position that you're going to play. So I'm going to put in an offense here. Probably have one guy here taking the ball out. I mean, it depends on which side. And then we'll have a guy out here and maybe a guy here, here, and down here. So this will be like kind of a typical offense, and I just want to show what we're trying to do and force. So the first thing is Daniel or Jeff, Kevin, or Sean, even Frank maybe. Whoever is this guy, we want to shade him, shade the first pass to this area. We want it to make sure that we get him in the corner. So by the way we do that, shade it, is to step up and make sure that this offensive player can't get the ball underneath the basket. So we want to shade him over here. So hopefully if we do everything right, the first pass is here. The main benefit of getting in this corner is we have this baseline and this sideline acts as another defender. And so if we get this guy down here and the ball's passed in, immediately we trap them. If it's on the other side, do the same thing. Just make sure to, shade this area so that the ball comes in here if the inbounds is on this side. So that's step one, is to get the trap in the corner. So now that we've got the trap in the corner and we got what we wanted, the inbounder is more likely going to come in, and at this point it's the weak side help. It's his job to move over and try and cover both of these guys. If, however, this guy comes across and the inbounder comes in, he needs to step up in front of him, and the weak side defender needs to come back and guard the middleman. And this is really important because if we get the ball directly behind these two defenders right here, the press is essentially broken and we have to scramble to get back. What we do want, if we don't get a steal obviously, is for the ball to be passed back to the weak side. The reason we want the ball to go back to the weak side is then we can get back into recovery and do the same thing and get a lot of ball pressure. So say it does go back here and everybody is where they're supposed to be. So the ball somehow gets across there and he starts going into free space. And he gets there. This guy wants to shade him and at least try and make him continue to go to the sideline. Once he gets pretty close there, this guy wants to come over and stop him again. During this whole progression, you want the middle guy to sprint back and meet him again. And while the number one or the middle position is coming over, the weak side help again goes back into help defense, shading. While the middle defender or the four, he needs to quickly move over back to the middle and take the position that the weak side defender was on. While this is happening, of course, the number 5 still needs to be back and make sure that we don't give any wide open easy layups. So I just want to go over this one more time. This is after the recovery, and the weak side defender is dropped back. The middle defender is back to his original position. The offensive guy is probably going to try and come close to the ball to help him out. This guy is obviously going to come back up. And again, we are okay with the pass in the backcourt that's behind the play, because then we can recover and get back into the trap. But, if they're smart, they might, run this guy to the sideline and have this guy come up too. And at that point, we want to spread out the defense a little bit to, guard several players. And we can even have the number 5 step up a bit. But again, we cannot allow this guy to possibly go backcourt and, make 1 or 2 passes for a layup. But, I don't know if we're going to play a team that's really coordinated enough to do things like that. And, if he does end up passing a lob pass over here, it's up to the 5 to try and deflect it. And if not, just make sure that, again, he doesn't get a wide open layup. And once that pass goes, everybody needs to just jump back. Everybody just goes. Those are the arrows pointing to the basket that we need to go back and protect. So I hope this helps anybody who is having trouble with the defense. It's fairly simple. It's mainly make them pass or go to the sidelines, and then trap. And the weak side needs to pull back towards the basket a little bit, show some help, and hopefully jump any passing lanes that they can jump. And then from there, it's scramble and just put in a lot of effort and try and get your hand on the ball. All right. So that's all I can say about the press. If you have any questions, let me know.